Have you ever agreed to something just because you were threatened? Or signed a document because someone lied to you? Or accepted a deal without even understanding the full truth? If you didn't freely choose to agree, can the law still treat it as a valid contract? This is episode number 5 of the Indian Contract Act series by NAVA Legal. Today, we will understand free consent, a crucial requirement for the validity of a contract. Section 13 of the Indian Contract Act defines consent as when two or more persons agree upon the same thing in the same sense. But mere consent is not enough, it must be free. Section 14 explains situations where consent is not free. Consent becomes invalid if it is obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, or mistake. These factors damage free will and make the agreement legally weak or even void. Let's understand each with examples. If A points a gun at B and forces him to sign a sale deed, this is coercion. The agreement may look lawful on paper, but the law knows it was obtained by force. So B cannot be bound against his will. In undue influence, the pressure is subtle but powerful. It happens in relationships of trust where one person dominates the will of the other. For example, if a spiritual guru persuades a devotee to transfer all his property in the guru's name, the law can strike down such an agreement for unfair advantage. Fraud destroys fairness completely. When someone knowingly makes a false statement to deceive the other party, the contract becomes voidable. Suppose a seller hides the accident history of a car and tells the buyer everything is brand new. The buyer can cancel the contract when he discovers the fraud. Sometimes, a false statement is made innocently, without intention to deceive. This is misrepresentation. Here too, the agreement becomes voidable because the decision of the innocent party was based on incorrect information. Lastly, mistake affects consent when both parties misunderstand the essential facts of the agreement. If A agrees to buy a shipment of goods from B, but they later discover the goods had already been destroyed before the contract was made, the agreement becomes void because there was no true meeting of minds. In all these cases, the law protects the weaker party by giving them the right to avoid or rescind the contract. Free consent is the heart of contractual fairness. It ensures that agreements are the result of genuine intention, not pressure, lies, or misunderstanding. So always ask, am I agreeing out of my own free will? Do I understand what I am signing? Has anyone influenced my decision unfairly? If the answer is yes to fairness and free choice, then only the contract becomes enforceable. Keep watching our Indian Contract Act series on YouTube at NAVA Legal to build a clear and confident understanding of contract law.